I need you to imagine this. You've been with someone for years. You've grown together. You've built a future together. You're engaged. Wedding planning is already happening. And then one day, a single video shows up. Not a cheating video. Not a private video. Not anything inappropriate. Just a video of you doing something you love. Your passion. Your sport. Your art. And suddenly, the people who were supposed to welcome you into their family turn into your worst enemy overnight. They call your fiancé disgusting names. They spread lies about you to relatives. They turn your relationship into gossip and shame. And then, the person you were going to marry vanishes from your life. No closure. No real conversation. No goodbye. Just silence. This story isn't just about jealousy. It's not even really about trust. It's about what happens when someone's parents control their adult child. And when love isn't strong enough to stand up to fear. I'm a 26-year-old guy, and my fiancée was 24. We've known each other since high school. We weren't just some random couple that met on a dating app. We had history. We had memories. We had years of friendship. We started officially dating about 3 years ago, and honestly, it felt natural. Like we were always supposed to end up together. After graduating, we both decided we wanted stability first. Jobs, savings, some kind of plan. Before we started talking seriously about marriage. But once we graduated, everything moved fast in the best way. We started looking at places. We talked about our future. And eventually I proposed. Here's the funny part. She had already shown me the ring she liked a long time ago. She didn't pressure me, but she made it clear. If you ever propose, I love this one. So I bought it. And when I proposed, she said yes immediately. Everyone around us was happy. Her parents were supportive. My family was excited. We started planning. It felt like I had finally arrived at the life I wanted. Until one night, she sat me down and said, "Can we talk?" She looked nervous. Like, genuinely anxious. Her hands were shaking a little, and she kept saying things like, "I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I don't want you to think I'm jealous. I'm scared this could ruin us." And honestly, that scared me. Because when someone is that afraid to talk, it means they've been carrying something heavy. So, I told her, "Nothing you say is going to ruin our relationship. We're getting married. We're a team. Just tell me." And after a long pause, she finally said it. She brought up my partner, acrobatics. In college, I discovered circus arts. And before anyone imagines something weird, it's not some shady underground thing. It's a serious training environment. Like dance, like gymnastics, like stunt work. It was something I randomly tried. A trial class. And the moment I did it, I was hooked. I trained for years, 4 years plus. My specialties were handstand balancing, partner acrobatics. Partner acrobatics is exactly what it sounds like. 2 people working together, lifting, balancing, throwing, catching, controlling movement, creating trust-based routines. It's not romantic. It's not sexual. It's athletic and technical. The instructors assigned partners based on skill level, and my consistent partner ended up being a woman. Someone close to my skill level. We trained a lot. We performed together at recitals. Sometimes we got gigs and made money on the side. And the whole time, my fiancée knew this. She had come to shows. She had even tried classes. But she told me she didn't enjoy it enough to commit seriously, and I respected that. She had her interests. I had mine. That's what healthy couples do. Or at least, that's what I thought. She told me she wasn't jealous. But then she described exactly what jealousy feels like. She said she was uncomfortable with how close we were physically during training. How we hold each other. How we support each other. How we're often face to face in certain balances. She said she couldn't stop thinking about it. And again, I didn't shame her for it. I didn't laugh. I didn't call her insecure. I told her, I understand how it might look from the outside. But it's not romantic. It's professional training. I compared it to dancers partnering, actors performing intimacy on screen, stunt partners doing fight choreography. It's trust, but it's not love. Then I told her something that I meant sincerely. If you want me to stop partnering with her, I will. And when I said that, my fiancé got emotional. Not because she wanted me to stop, but because she felt guilty for even asking. She kept repeating, "I don't want you to ruin your passion. I don't want you to waste 4 years. I don't want you to lose your partner. I feel so bad bringing this up." And I tried to reassure her again. Because for me, the conversation wasn't a problem. It was a sign of trust. Or at least, I believed it was. At first, quitting seemed like the easiest answer. Like, okay, I'll sacrifice this to protect our relationship. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized quitting could be dangerous. Because it wouldn't be solving the real issue. It would only be proving one thing. That if someone feels uncomfortable, you must erase the thing that makes them uncomfortable. And what happens the next time? What happens if I have a female coworker? I have a female friend. I'm in a mixed sports group. I travel for work. I'm around women in any normal setting. Do I quit everything? Or do we build trust like adults? So instead of quitting, I suggested boundaries. We talked again, and I laid out clear rules. I wouldn't hang out with my acro partner outside training. No private one-on-one hangouts for fun. Only professional training and performances. My fiancée could show up anytime, even unannounced. She could meet my partner properly. Full transparency. And my fiancée actually responded positively. She told me, "I don't want you to quit. I admire your dedication. I don't want to ruin what you've built." Then she admitted something else. She said she felt insecure about herself. She said she compared herself to my acro partner. My partner was strong, athletic, confident. My fiancée said she felt less than her, and that broke my heart. Because I never wanted the woman I loved to feel small. I told her she was everything to me. And for a moment, it felt like we won. Later, she admitted something important. This all started years ago. Someone had commented on our performance video and said, "Is that your girlfriend?" And at the time, we weren't publicly known as a couple. So my fiancée quietly got hurt, but she never told me. She held it in. For years. And that's when the doubt grew roots. I offered to remove that old video from my social media. Not because I did anything wrong, but because I didn't want a stupid misunderstanding to keep poisoning us. Then she said something that sounded hopeful. "I wish we had something we could do together. Something to bond." She wanted a shared hobby. Something that would strengthen our connection. And honestly, I loved that idea. Because it sounded like healing, like growth, like teamwork. My fiancée came to a training session. Not just a show. A real practice session. My acro partner and I rented studio time to train choreography. My fiancée watched the entire session. And afterward, she even agreed to get lunch with both of us. It was actually nice. They got along. They talked. They laughed. And I remember thinking, this is it. This is how adults handle uncomfortable situations. We were building trust. We were facing the fear head on. And for the first time in a long time, I felt safe again. Then, everything fell apart. One day my fiancée finally confessed the truth. She said, "My parents are the reason my doubts got worse." That hit me like a truck. Because her parents never said anything to me. Not once. Not a single respectful conversation. Instead, they watched our video. And they decided they knew everything. They started telling her, "It looks like he's cheating. That girl is too close to him. People will think you're stupid. You're letting yourself get embarrassed." Then, it got uglier. They started sending the video to relatives. They spread gossip. They turned my passion into a scandal. And the worst part? They called my fiancée disgusting names. They shamed her like she was dirty for allowing it. Then came the ultimatum. "We won't support the marriage unless he quits." That wasn't advice. That was control. That was emotional blackmail. I told my fiancée, "I don't care about their money. I don't care if they don't come. I'll pay back every cent. I'm marrying you, not them." But I could tell. She wasn't just stressed. She was breaking. She told me she was depressed. And I believed her. She said she needed space, not because of me, but because of the pressure from her parents. And I tried to be supportive. I even suggested therapy. I suggested counseling together. But she didn't want that. She insisted on handling it alone. So I gave her space. Days passed. Weeks passed. I sent messages. Nothing. I called. Nothing. I felt like I was watching my future die in slow motion. Then one day, she canceled with the wedding planner. Just like that. It was the moment my heart truly sank. Because it wasn't just a break anymore. It was an ending. And the hardest part? Her parents refused to speak to me. They ignored every call and message. They didn't want truth. They wanted control. And my fiancée, the woman I was ready to marry, was gone. I stopped training. I stopped performing. I stopped being myself. My acro partner was kind and understanding. She didn't blame me. She told me, "Come back when you're ready." But the pain was heavy. Because when someone leaves like that, you don't just lose a person. You lose routines, plans, confidence, stability, hope. And the worst question starts haunting you. What did I do wrong? But after thinking for a long time, I realized something painful. I didn't lose her because I did something wrong. I lost her because she couldn't protect us. She couldn't stand up to her parents. Some people think love fixes everything. But love without boundaries is fragile. Love without courage is temporary. Because marriage isn't just romance. Marriage is a lifelong decision to protect your partner. Even from your own family. Her parents didn't just hate my acrobatics. They hated that I had something outside of them. They hated that their daughter had a future they couldn't control. And when they couldn't control it, they destroyed it. Moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting the truth. And the truth is, if she was willing to disappear before marriage, she would have disappeared after marriage too. The only difference is, after marriage, she would have taken more from you. Time, money, peace, maybe kids, your identity. So as painful as it is, this ending may have saved your life. Now the next step is rebuilding. Not with revenge, not with hate, but with purpose. You rebuild by returning to who you were. You go back to training. You go back to movement. You go back to strength. Because your passion didn't betray you. People did. If you're listening to this story right now, and you've ever lost someone you loved, because of toxic family influence, I want you to remember this. You are not weak for loving someone. But you must be strong enough to walk away from someone who chooses fear over you. The right person won't demand you shrink. The right person will protect your dreams. And the right partner will look at your passion and feel proud, not threatened. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. If you want more real-life Reddit stories like this, with deep emotional twists and crazy family drama, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment below. What would you do if your fiancé's parents tried to control your marriage? Because I promise you, the next story is even crazier.